Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kiersten, and I still don't have my, my wireless mic attached to the camera. And yes, one of these days I'll do that. But today is apparently not the day. There is, down this road, and I'm going to walk, so that's impressive, because normally I would get in my car and drive. But down this road, there's a labyrinth, or multiple labyrinths. I don't know, so we're going to go find out. And it rained here yesterday all day long, and apparently down here I got 1.5 to 2 inches of rain, which makes things flood. And it was getting tricky last night with all the rain. I was wondering if I was going to be washed away. I'm not totally in a wash, but I'm close enough where if it overflows, I could float away. And that would be unfortunate. But I moved my car last night to a little higher ground. My utility tent / bathroom was still in its original place. It did not float away last night, thankfully. So yeah, everything's drying out. My tennis shoes are wet. Crocs, socks, sweatpants. Yeah, it was just very wet and pretty much all day rain. And that was just so much fun. Oh hey, here's that rock garden that I was next to a few weeks ago. Yeah, and look, if I had stayed there, I still would have been the only person still sitting there in this piece of land here. Huh. It's actually rather interesting with, like, right there, and then Stonehenge right there, and then the stacked rocks right there, that they don't fall over with the wind. It's interesting. The winds, yeah, the wind can be windy up, like waist and higher, but actually the wind really kicks up and starts rolling across the ground. Look at how close those mountains are. I mean, yes, I know that it would still be probably a good mile or so off. But before I leave here, I'm going to drive up to one of those mountains, at least touch it. I don't know necessarily if I'd climb it, although they're pretty short. I shouldn't say that because the mountain will hear me and say, well, when that Kiersten person comes over here to climb us, let's get really difficult. Looks like there's a road over there. I don't know. All right, off we go. Yeah. Well, we will see where we're going here. The one thing with walks, as we all know, you get all excited and you're like, oh, I'm going to go on a walk and it's going to be great. And you walk and walk and walk until you're tired. And then you turn around and go, oh my God, I have to go back that same way. So I have to mind my manners and not walk too far, because I don't want to turn around 2 miles out and go, oh my gosh, I have to walk 2 miles back. In reality, I don't even want to walk 1 mile out. Here, I'll show you something. See those? Those are my hiking boots. They're like 4.5 years old, and for the most part are pretty much brand new. Mainly because I drive places and I don't walk, which might have something to do with the reason that I'm kind of fluffy. Yeah, that's what I am. I'm fluffy. Not many people out there. This morning, was it this morning? No, it was yesterday afternoon. Over this range where the sunset usually happens. Well, it always happens over there because that's the west. There were clouds like rolling over that range. It was pretty neat. Yeah, my inner mountain goat wants to run and run and run. So, boy, look at all these rocks you could pick out here. I'm not going to pick all the rocks. Look at that. Yeah. See how good I am being? I am not picking them up. I am not taking them home. As a rock hound, it would just be so easy to do. Matter of fact, I found some mica right outside my car this morning. Mica, M-I-C-A, that very thin, for those of you who don't know about rocks, it's a very thin, layered rock. It's kind of shiny. You can peel it apart, basically. And it was right outside my car. Okay, I can see that I should have worn a tank top. Hey! Warm now. See how far I walk. Not very far. There's the, find it, the vault toilet is like over there. All those cacti out there. Yeah, next year when I come out here, I'm going to have a rig with tanks. And then I can come out further and not be tethered to a vault toilet, which apparently I have to be. Here's an example of, I wouldn't have wanted to park here, that's for sure. All that ruts, all those ruts and all that water. Yeah. Lots of people out here. There's going to be a lot more. I don't know the for sure population of quartzite, 2,300, 2,400, 1,900, something like that for year-round population. But around Christmas and after, through January into February, this town apparently swells with like 1.5 million visitors. Holy monkeys. So I'm glad I got out here when I did. I knew I wanted to be out here before January and definitely before Christmas. And so next year I'll probably be out here probably before Thanksgiving, I would think. Yeah, to only have to pay $180 for a season pass between September 15th through April 15th, although I'm not planning on being here until April 15th. There's someone. I had no idea that was a road, because there's a road like 15 feet right off of it. Who knows? Well, there you go. I don't know if that tree slash bush, whatever it is dead, but I thought it looked interesting. There's a cactus right there. There's one of those bushes right there that I still have no idea what it is. Well, I was thinking, I saw these rocks right in here, and I was thinking, from the road, oh, maybe that's where the labyrinth is, but no, there's just a chair. And I'm lost. Oh my God, I'm a lost toy. Now I know I came from that direction. Follow the road. Follow the yellow brick path. Yellow brick road. Yeah, whatever. Alright. And my knees are starting to be like, hey, when are we going to be arriving to this destination? And it better be soon. I'm going to go up a little more to that clearing and see what's over there. And if I don't find it, I'm going to turn around and go back home. And one of these days, I'll bring my car out here and I'll go see it. All right, here we go. I may have found it. Or it's just a bunch of rocks on the ground. That could be too. Go take a look here. There's not so much a sign that says this way to the Labyrinth. Well, maybe it's not. I don't know where I am. The map says that this is the general location. Well, I'm not really seeing it. I see fire pits. Well, okay. Apparently my trek to go find the Labyrinth has been unsuccessful. Ooh, a rock. Look at that. Okay, fine. I'll be good and I'll put it back. Oh, gosh. Truthfully, I already have one in my pocket. Isn't that an interesting setup here? It's like that is definitely a prickly bush or some type of cactus. Then we have the cactus in there. Again, I have no idea what that tree is. Got another cactus. Oh, interesting. Look at the base of that cactus. It's like it's falling apart. It's probably molting. That's what it's doing. The cactus is molting. Well, I think... let's see what this... Okay, so... Yeah, this is... those are camping spots. But I see another driveway. I will go one more driveway, and if I can't find it, then forget it. I'm going back to my car. I have no idea how much I've driven, how much I've walked. My knees are starting to complain, so apparently it's a lot, but it's probably been half a mile. Yeah, I don't know. Ah, look what I found. I was close. That's interesting. Oh, look at this. Kind of looks like a dog or something you see on Star Wars. One of those little animals. And then that's an interesting looking cactus there. All right, so I think what we have here, there's some labyrinths right in here. We will go to that one. I don't know if there's anything over there. That looks pretty all over the place. All right, let's go to this one. And then I can have a successful day. This morning, actually, I went to the Pilot gas station, got a shower, and then I found a diner in town and had breakfast. I had 2 eggs, 3 pieces of bacon, 2 things of French toast, and about 5 cups of coffee. I figured if I was going to spend a day drying everything, fortunately not a lot of stuff is wet, that I would want to, that I would want a full stomach before taking that happiness on. All right, here we go. Some rock art. And let's go into the Labyrinth. It's pretty cool out here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to walk this labyrinth. And I gotta think of something. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Oh, there's the entry right there. how many of you watching this have ever walked a labyrinth? They're all over the world. It'd be pretty neat to go see them. Actually, when walking a labyrinth, you're supposed to be contemplative and in thought and not talking, which apparently I'm not good at. Occasionally I have thoughts. I usually have them in the middle of the night when I need to go to sleep. And for those of you who have walked a labyrinth, which labyrinth have you walked? I know there's some in Michigan. I mean, they're all over the place, but Michigan, and I think the ones in Europe are, you know, really the flowers and the garden walls and the shrubbery. And I want to say the one that's in Michigan has lavender, or I might be getting that confused with something else. But yeah, I've seen lavender labyrinths. That's gotta smell really good. Oops. Here, I'll speed this up so you don't have to look through all of this here and listen to Deep Thoughts by Kiersten. Someone definitely put a lot of work into this, though. All right, well, actually, I'm gonna fast forward myself. You're not supposed to do this, but here we go. I'm gonna step over the walls. Again, you're not supposed to do that when doing a labyrinth, but I've never been good with instructions and directions and suggestions and all of that. Hey, look, here we are in the middle. And if I wanted to sit down and do some meditation, I would, but look at that ground. I'm not sitting on that. Here we are, middle of the labyrinth. Oops, I should hold that straight. Truly is pretty out here. And yes, I am still elated that I got out of Minnesota, and I know that they're all sitting in the 40s and 50s, but let's be honest, winter out there lasts for a while. All right, I'm gonna cheat now and walk through the layers or the walls or however you want to call it, forging my own path. That's what I'm doing. All right. There you go. Today's adventure. All right. You're asking yourself, what am I looking at? All right. What are you looking at? Well, erosion. On a small scale, but still rather pretty, I think. How much you want to make a bet right there? That red sign says Labyrinth, and I totally missed it walking out here. That'd be my guess. Ooh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? That's cool. Yes, I find mud and drainage routes and rocks and all of that really cool. Yeah, I bet you anything this sign is like Labyrinth. It's like, oh, okay. This, I should say too, this side over here, this area is called the Magic Circle. And the Magic Circle is the clothing optional space. Oh, well, I missed it because I didn't come in on this road. I came in on that road over there that you can barely see. But I bet the sign still says Labyrinth. Oh, no. They're having a holiday event, though. All right, note to self. Get an e-bike, or it'd be fun to get one of those. But yeah, get an e-bike. So I was way past over there, and if you see that little brown hut, there's that vault toilet. I'm a little past beyond that. And my knees are like, you know what? You should get one of those little dune buggy things. Or you should get an e-bike. I mean, even a regular bike. Although, with this kind of, you would have to have fatter wheels because this would tear apart a 10-speed bike tire. Okay, here we go.